Welcome to a thought-provoking journey into faith, reason, and belief. In today's episode, we delve into a compelling question: why do you follow Muhammad as a prophet? Join us as GodLogic engages in a spirited dialogue with Muslims in London, exploring the foundations of Islamic faith and the reasons behind following Prophet Muhammad. Whether you're seeking understanding, challenging perspectives, or simply curious, this discussion promises to enlighten and provoke thought. Stay tuned as we navigate through this enlightening conversation.
Hi, Sue Sharon.
I have a question. King David.
King David?
Yeah, how many wives did he have?
Not sure. Does this work? I don't think that works. It's on? I don't think it works. Where's Dawood at?
I'm just asking you a question.
David! David, does the mic work?
Sir, I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, hold on. I'm seeing
Are you
if
doing it
this
for the
works.
cameras? Or you,
Well, I got a whole little production here with
you
giving
know,
the
there are
gospel.
people
Right, what religion are you?
destined for, like, you know, people who showboats and stuff.
What's your religion? You're a Muslim? Okay, we got a Muslim here, guys. We got a Muslim. Okay, good, nice.
But I'll ask you a question.
All right, so what was your question?
How
Sorry.
many wives?
Yeah. All right, so guys, this. Yes.
Can I say?
It's okay. It's all right.
You know-
So his question is, how many wives did David have? Okay, and so yeah, they I don't know off the top of my head, but why do you ask?
You said ask a question.
Okay, I don't know how many wives he had. Did you have
Did King Solomon? How many wives did King Solomon?
King Solomon had a bunch of wives. I think it's like 700. And that was sinful, by the way.
Is King David a prophet?
Yep.
Is King Solomon a prophet?
Yeah, he was.
Did prophets commit sin?
Yes.
Did they commit sin?
Yeah, prophets. So he asked, do prophets commit sin? Prophets are men just like you and I, brother.
What sin did King Solomon commit?
He cheated. He committed adultery.
He cheated.
Yeah, he had wives. One. So the Bible says that a king is supposed to only have one wife, right?
Can you put up on the Bible just?
Yeah. You want to see that? Yeah, sure. I got you, man. That's all you had to ask. What's the only thing we do around here, y'all? We just read, man. We just read.
And is this in the New?
It's in the Old Testament.
Old Testament.
Yep. So when we're talking about the laws of the kings and stuff, it's in the Old Testament. So we're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 17, and then it's gonna be around like the 14th verse. All right. So it says this. It says, when you come to the land that the Lord your God has given you, and you possess it and dwell in it, and then say, I will set a king over me, like all the nations around me. You may indeed have a king over you, whom the Lord your God will choose. One from among your brothers you shall set as king over you. You may not put a foreigner who is not your brother. Only he must not acquire many horses for himself, because the people cause the people to return to Egypt in order to acquire horses. And he says, and he shall not acquire many wives for himself, lest his heart be turned away, nor shall he acquire for himself excessive silver and gold.
Can I ask a question? What does many wives mean?
You're not allowed to have multiple wives.
What is multiple?
More than one.
And does many say multiple, or does it
Yeah,
say
many means multiple. It's just a synonym.
many? What's the definition of many?
Many is more than one. Multiple.
Sorry. Actually said, acquire many wives. Read the scripture.
Yeah, he says don't. It says do not. Oh, wait your turn, brother. I'll let you come up next. Wait your turn.
So it doesn't specify one or more. It says many.
It says you are not allowed to acquire many wives as a king, so you can only have one.
That doesn't say one. It says many.
Okay, so
have many.
so can you have multiple wives according to this verse?
If I have these, and then I take more, do I have many more?
Yes.
Okay. So if I take them away, do I still have many?
Yes. You have more than one.
I started with this though.
Yeah, you got many books, I would say.
No, but I started with that.
That qualifies as many, brother.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have an argument you want to get to?
In this time, who was this message directed to?
Say that again?
Which prophet or people was this message directed to?
This message? Oh, Moses.
Moses.
Mhm.
Okay, so the Jews.
Yes.
Okay. And so is that the first? And so King David, did he come before or after Moses?
He came after Moses.
After Moses.
Yep.
Yeah.
He received the book of the Psalms. Yep. Solomon's his son. So yeah.
Okay. So Moses, how many wives he had? One wife.
He had one wife.
And who was the descendant of Moses?
Descendants? I don't know. I don't know the names of his children off the top of my head.
Okay.
Do you want to know why Islam is false?
Am I asking questions? Or
Well, you just did. You asked me a million. I answered them.
that's what I'm supposed to do.
So do you want to know why I reject Islam?
No. I'm supposed to ask you questions.
Yes. So the question you're supposed to be asking or answering is actually step aside real quick, DJ. We got these. I believe that Paul is more reliable than Muhammad is. The Apostle Paul. Do you know who that is?
No, sorry. I'm about to ask you questions.
Brother, if you don't have an argument or if you're not trying to engage, we're for truth. Yeah, so engage, man. You're just asking a million to no point.
I have questions. I'm trying to seek knowledge.
Oh, so what is your question about Christianity? Do you have a question about Christianity?
In Christianity, we're in the Bible. Well, we said many, right? It doesn't say solo. You should have one monogamous wife, right?
It just said it.
It says not to have many.
Hey, well, you want to see a verse where a man is supposed to only have one wife? Okay. Husband of one wife. You want another wife? You want another wife? You sure?
Can I tell you a fun fact?
Yeah.
That in Islam, yeah,
You got 4 wives.
yeah, 4 wives.
Muhammad could have as many as he wanted. Did you know that?
No, you can't. But listen,
he had like 9 or 11.
Let me say, 4 wives, yeah. So if I was to get 2 wives, yeah.
Look. Yeah, the verse you asked for, 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2, it says, therefore an overseer must be above reproach. So what does it mean to be above reproach? He's about to show us. The husband of one wife, sober-minded, self-controlled, and respectable. So to be above reproach, the Bible says you have to have one wife.
It said the overseer.
Yeah, the overseer.
The overseer.
In order to qualify to be above reproach.
Who's the overseer of what?
It's talking about people who are leaders, right? People who are leaders in the church, in the councils, in your communities. They have to have one wife.
Just to let you know, why I wouldn't get 2 wives is because technically in Islam we're supposed to treat them equally. So the example which was given to me is if I had 2 wives and I had 2 watermelons, how would you split the 2 watermelons equally?
If you had 2 wives and had 2 watermelons?
I had to split the watermelons equally. How would I give them?
I don't know. However you want. I want some watermelon too.
I'm asking how.
I don't know. How would you? I don't know.
I mean, it's 2 watermelons, right? So
Okay.
I'm just asking.
But would you give them both a watermelon? What's the
that's the logical way? Yeah?
Okay.
But that wouldn't be correct because one watermelon might have more seeds than the other. One might be sweeter than the other.
One watermelon might have more seeds than the other.
So it's not actually you're not splitting your wives.
Why do you think Muhammad's a prophet, bro?
In order to split the watermelon equally, so that it's a shared process. Yeah, you have to split one. And
Why do you think Muhammad's a prophet?
Listen, split 1 and 1/2. Give 1/2 to the.
Dude,
wife,
I don't want to talk about watermelons.
the other half to the other wife. Yeah, so that they eat.
We ain't never gonna beat the allegations,
What I'm
man.
trying to say is, what I'm trying to get is that I wouldn't get 2 wives because I personally cannot
Treat them
share
fairly.
equally.
I understand.
That's why I wouldn't.
So why do you follow Muhammad as a prophet then?
It's just the word of truth.
Why? Why do you think that he brought the truth?
Why?
Yes.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Reason of why he brought it. I know the purpose of it.
No. Why do you think that what he said was true?
Because he's talking about the same message as Abraham, Adam, Noah.
Okay, that's a good point.
Moses.
Yeah. Okay. So let me just communicate that to the audience.
Which was to believe in one God.
I asked him, why does he believe that Muhammad's a true prophet? He said because Muhammad preaches the same message as the previous prophets. That's a good test, right? That's a good test to see if somebody's a true prophet. Abraham, Adam, Noah, Moses, Jesus.
Jesus came and said, believe in one God.
So if we were to see, like if I were to look at what Abraham believed, what Moses believed, what Jesus believed, if what they believed was different from what Muhammad believed, would that mean that Muhammad's a false prophet?
What do you mean?
If Muhammad taught something that Jesus, Abraham, Moses, and the others did not believe, they did not teach, would that mean that Muhammad is teaching something false?
The main message of Abraham was what was the main message of Abraham?
Well, Abraham had a seed that was going to come and bless the entire world. So bringing knowledge to God and blessing the world. Wait, you're asking me another question when I asked you a question, brother.
But I'm the one asking the questions.
Okay. You know what? If you can't engage, man, I'm gonna have to say thanks for coming, man.
I'm asking questions.
I'm gonna go ahead and move on. I appreciate you, man.
What is me asking questions?
I'm gonna move on.
Can I just say?
I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on.
Last thing, just to say.
Come on, I'm gonna move on, bro.
Can I just say?
You can't tell me why you believe Muhammad's a prophet. We can't get into nothing. You're having a talk on surface level.
You think morally, yeah? All these cameras, and you trying to seek validation for stuff.
Seek validation? I'm just exposing Islam. I think it's perfectly. And let me ask you, hey guys, do you guys think it's right that we expose Islam on camera?
Yeah.
They spoke, man. Thanks for coming, brother.
Can I just say, for every.
Thanks for coming.
Just
watch your head, man. Watch your head, me dog. Come on, man. Don't leave me hanging, man. What we done, bro?
Answer his questions, answer his questions, and then you can stay there.
You can't answer. Come on, let me go.
no one else has questions.
This guy's next.
Suck him in.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey into the heart of Islamic belief. We've explored the profound reasons why millions around the world follow Prophet Muhammad, guided by faith, reason, and tradition. If this conversation sparked questions or insights, we invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking discussions. Until next time, keep seeking knowledge and understanding. Peace be upon you.